Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel where it's my opinion or no opinion at all. Scottalicious McFabulous here, and I hope that you are feeling Percy. And today we are going to be comparing old versus new, and I mean really old. We're talking about 1996 and 1997 versus 2021. The Coach Willis bag.
I need to fucking retire.
But before we hop into the Coach showdown for the Willis bag, if you guys love handbags, hauls, luxury, Coach, the whole lot of those, please hit the subscribe button if you are new. And if you guys enjoyed today's content, make sure you hit that like button, as it does help me know you enjoy today's video, and it helps with that ever-changing, ever-growing YouTube algorithm. Now, y'all know exactly what time it is. It is time to get Percy with the Coach Willis. I was absolutely ecstatic when I went to the Coach retail store at Yorkdale, Toronto, which is the flagship store for Coach in Ontario. I went there, and luckily they did have the modern Coach Willis top handle bag and the Willis top handle 18. And as we all know, vintage is pretty much better than modern day product in not all aspects, but in a lot of aspects. When we're comparing 90s Coach bags, 80s Coach bags, they really don't... The modern bags cannot hold a flame to that candle, even in the slightest. So this video today is really going to showcase it, even though for what Coach makes today, it still makes incredibly luxurious handbags at a fair price point to where most companies are getting away with extortion. So let us start off with the obvious, the very obvious. There's a name difference. The vintage Willis is just called the Willis. The Willis. And in all honesty, it didn't need a name change to the Willis top handle. Like, it didn't need a name change, but I guess I understand it. A lot of names nowadays are top handle, satchel, crossbody, convertible strap bag. And I'm like, you could have just stopped at bag. You could have stopped at bag and everybody would have understood what you're talking about. But other than the name, as I'm being silly about that, the style number, the Coach patch on the inside, the serial creed, the serial number, it is completely different. The vintage Willises have 9927. The iconic 9927. 9927 is possibly one of the most popular Coach serial numbers in existence. Like, if you're a vintage Coachy, you definitely know that style number off by heart. Like, 9927. 9927. It's very easy to remember. Now, when it comes to the modern Willis top handle, it has a different style number. That being 5789. 5789. So it is different. It's a departure. I mean, I guess, like, that's not really a big difference. It's not really a big deal, but it is a difference. I really wish they did keep to that 9927 original. Like, that would have been amazing. That would have been really nice to see. But that's just me being picky. But as we're looking at the story patches and the creeds and everything, we are just going to know, like, we're just going to notice right off the bat the quality differences. The vintage Coach bags are more rugged. They are a lot more rugged, a lot more unfinished. They have no lining. They're thicker leather, to where the newer Willises have a lot more refined glove tan leather, thinner leather, smoother looking, less rugged. And in all honesty, if I'm really preferring, or if I'm really choosing out of the two, I'm going for the rugged. As much as I love that beautiful, clean, sleek glove tan leather Coach is known for nowadays, I am an absolute sucker, and I mean an absolute sucker, for that 90s glove tanned, the 80s glove tanned. It is the bread and butter to what Coach built their name off of. And speaking of pieces of leather used, the leather on the vintage is a single piece. Like, it's a single, like, when you're playing with the flap, it's not two pieces sewn together to create the flap and then whatever. When you're looking at the modern Willis top handle or the top handle 18, it's very obvious that they are using the two separate leathers, probably something in between those. They're sewing them up. So again, you're getting like a mix of leathers. There's probably going to be, more than likely, the goat leather on the inside, as if you have watched Leather Tannerstein, he does dissect a lot of Coach bags, and from a lot of what he has done, and a lot of his findings have concluded that they use goat leather a lot on the inside lining of like all leather bags. So the outside is just technically like the glove tan leather, which I mean is completely fine. Like, I'm not mad about that at all. I actually like that Coach is using real goat leather, even though goat leather is not really expensive. It's very inexpensive, but it's still nice. I like the feel of it, especially on the inside of a bag, because, you know, that's not the main thing you're buying a bag for. You're buying it for the outer, the look, the whatever. I mean, definitely in the 90s, you were buying a bag for the leather. There's definitely a different mindset when it comes to luxury nowadays. Things aren't as sturdy or as high quality. I think we all know that. But then again, in the 90s, they were only doing 4 or 5 collections a year, maybe 6. I don't take me for certain on that, but from my findings and general research into vintage Coach, they were doing like not 54, and I'm not kidding you, like 50 something like collections a year. Like, they weren't doing that. So it does make sense that they can't really use that really beautiful thick leather, because that's not going to be as easy to source in mass quantity. So I'm not going to fault them for that. But the leather differences are completely night and day. Again, modern, softer, sleeker looking, but in all honesty, I prefer that rugged leather feel in comparison. Both will last you a lifetime if taken care of correctly, but it is no lie. If we were to leave both bags to just sit or be used the same way, the vintage is going to hold up more. It's just, people don't run through leather bags like they used to. A lot of things are very fast. Luxury has become very fast fashion. And with that being said, I actually want to talk about luxury becoming fast fashion in a future video. If anybody else talks about it, y'all damn well, y'all know they were watching this and thought, oh, Scott had a good idea. I'm watching, sister. I'm watching. But anyways, what I want you to watch is my sickening outfit of the day and my adorable Kittylicious moment of the day.
And 99 don't believe in you. But all you need is just for one person to believe. There can be 100 people, 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 100, or 1,000, 9,000, or 999. There can be 100 people in the room.
Alrighty, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I love the Coach Willis. The Coach Willis is my favorite. If you were to pick one, which would you pick? I feel like I know what most of you would pick. You know what I would pick. I am obsessed with vintage. I have been growing my vintage collection, and nothing beats a beautiful vintage Coach bag. Like, I'm serious. Like, nothing. I'm sorry, Coach. Like, no knock on anything modern or anything, but girl, the vintage cannot be touched. You cannot hold a flamethrower to that candle, sweetie. No, you couldn't. I hope I'm using that statement right. I feel like I'm not.
I probably said
Oh well. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please hit the subscribe button. If you are new, hit that like button, share with your friends and family, comment to me any type of opinion you may or may not have had on today's outfit of the day, Kittylicious moment of the day, or Coach Willis video, modern versus vintage. As well, you can always support me and the channel directly by sending me a very generous super thanks donation. And you can check out the description box below for the 3 lucky links to my Instagram, Facebook, and Discord notification squad. I love you all to the absolute moon and back, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!
I think it was good.
I'm done. No, show's over. Show's over.
See you next Taco Tuesday, bitch.